T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen.
Good morning. Good morning, Miss Beadle. Good morning, Miss Beadle. God bless you. And welcome and welcome. And thank you for being in the chat. Let me give I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone that was in the previous chat that I had to go off the air because I had an emergency. I had an emergency with Mother Jimenez. To be clear, Mother Jimenez is fine. Mother Jimenez is fine, but I want to thank the people that were in the previous chat. Okay, I want to thank everyone that was in the previous chat. In the previous chat, I want to thank Miss Nitro. Miss Nitro, God bless you. Joe Delamora, God bless you. Miss Carol Mahale, God bless you. Grandbino, God bless you. I hope I haven't missed. I hope I haven't missed anyone. It might. So I just want to thank everyone for being those that were in the previous chat. And Just Beetle, again, Just Beetle, thank you for being in the chat. Okay, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of me being on the air right now? What is the purpose? What is the topic? What is the topic? The topic is don't complain. That is the topic. Don't complain. I am talking in general. I am not referring to anyone in particular. But those that feel that I am talking to them, well, and then I am talking to them. Okay, the topic, don't complain. What does that mean? Okay, it has, I have been informed, I have been informed that there is a person, that made horrible comments, about my person and also made horrible comments about Miss Angel Gotti. I am not going to mention the person's name. I am not going to mention the person's name. I will not convert this channel into a gossip channel. This channel is not a gossip channel. This channel is not a drama channel. This channel is not a turmoil channel. The reason I am addressing this to orientate, and to educate the person. Here we do not insult the person, no matter the horrible things that they say. Here we do not insult no one. Here we try to educate the person. We try to educate the person. Now I want to tell the person this. Don't complain. Don't complain when your channel is struck down. Let me repeat it again to the person that made the horrible comments about my person and Miss Angel. I tell that person, don't complain when your channel is completely struck down. Don't complain. You struck your own channel down. You struck your own channel down. It is important. Harassment, bullying, slander, and misinformation. You see, there is a serious problem on YouTube. People, they think they can just go on the air and harass other people and bully other people, slander other people, and harass other people without consequence. I tell that person, you're going to have consequences. Your channel will be struck down. You're going to end up in a court of law. you're going to end up in a court of law, and you're going to end up in prison again. You see, a lot of people think that this is a joke. Hold on, everyone, hold on. To be clear, I only have the StreamYard chat. I only have the StreamYard chat. Those that are in the chat, everyone in the chat, everyone in this chat has a wrench. I repeat, everyone on this chat has a wrench. If anyone comes here with an inappropriate with an inappropriate avatar, with an inappropriate name, if they make any negative comments in the chat, if they refer to anyone in a negative way, block. Just press the menu. Just press the menu where it says hide user. Just block the person. Just Beetle, you have a wrench. If anyone comes into the chat, with an inappropriate avatar, with an inappropriate name, if anyone makes a comment that is inappropriate, if they refer to anyone in a negative way, block. Just press the menu. Where it says hide user, you hide the user. That means they're blocked for all eternity. Here, we do not give timeouts. We do not address troublemakers. And let me say this is very important. If a person comes here and they mention my worst enemy, they are to be blocked. They are to be blocked immediately. Let me welcome Joe Bananas. I am sorry, hold on. No, okay, got it. Just Beetle, okay. Just Beetle, you have the power. I have, right now, I do not have access. I do not have the YouTube. I do not have the YouTube chat. I only have the StreamYard chat. Hold on, everyone. Let me welcome Muggsy Siegel. Muggsy, God bless you. Muggsy, if you see anyone in the chat with an inappropriate avatar, an inappropriate name, any negative comment about anyone, it doesn't matter the person. It can be my worst enemy. We do not permit negative comments about no one. Here we do not mention names of no one. We do not mention the names of no one. The only time we mention names is when we are going to say something positive about the person. That is the way it is here on this channel. I hope I am clear. Muggsy, use the wrench, you press it, you hide the user. Here we block, no timeouts, and we do not address troublemakers. As soon as they come in, block, period. Okay, the purpose, I want to tell that person, don't complain when your channel is struck down. Don't complain when you end up in criminal court. Don't complain. Don't complain when you end up in prison. You see, the point is this. There are many people that think that you can just come on YouTube to harass a person. You cannot do that. It is illegal. And it is against the law. And I must repeat this. I am talking in general. You can fool me for a day. Maybe you can fool me for a week, for a month, for a year. Maybe you can fool me for 2 or 3 years. But listen to me carefully to what I'm about to say. Once God, once God reveals to me who you really are, if you are a criminal delinquent, a criminal thug that dedicates him or herself, to be clear, him or herself to harassment, to bullying, to slander, to misinformation, you are blocked. You are blocked. You are unfriended, period. And also, here on this channel, if you want to participate on this channel, if you want to participate on this channel, you must follow my rules. If not, you cannot be here. I am sorry. If you want to participate with Uncle Edwin, you must follow my rules. If you do not follow my rules, you will be blocked and expelled. That is the way it is. Here, no troublemakers, no gossipers, and people that like to harass others are not permitted in this channel. This channel, this channel is to try to do some good on YouTube. This channel is dedicated to God and to the Holy Mother, the Virgin Mary. This channel is to try to do some good. If you do not agree, you cannot be here. There are over 1 billion channels to choose from. There are over 1 billion channels to choose from. Please forgive me for repeating this every single day, but they are just people that like to start trouble, you see? So the people, you have to explain to them 1,000,000 times. In the long run, these people with these attitudes, people that like to harass, to bully, to slander, misinformation, in the long run, your channel will be struck down. Your channels will be struck down. You're going to end up in criminal court and you're going to end up in prison. And or worse. I've been warning people for 1 year and 7 months, but it seems that that many of these individuals, they want to do what they feel like doing. There's going to come a time where everything that I am saying here, everyone will be witness, and you will all remember me. You will all remember me. And you will say, Edwin was right, and then it will be too late. So I tell that person, don't complain when your channel is struck down. The person made many comments that were incorrect, totally misinformation, trying to damage my reputation. But God bless you. I will not mention your name because here we have ethics. We have real ethics. Here we have real morality. And here we really believe in God. And that is the way it is. That is the way it is. So I tell that person, if you persist in harassment, in bullying, slander, and misinformation, your channel will be struck down and you will end up in criminal court, and I will drag you through the process. I will drag you through the process and you will remember me for the rest of your life. And I want to clarify this. This channel, this channel is not about likes. This channel is not about subs. This channel is not about views. This channel is not interested in money of any kind. This channel is to try to do good. It is to try to do some good on YouTube. If you cannot follow the rules, you cannot be here. And this channel goes on the air. Doesn't matter how many people I have in the chat. It doesn't matter how many people I have in the chat. The message that I give, those that need to hear it will hear it by the grace of God. By the grace of God. That is the way it is. You see, this channel is 1 year and 7 months. This channel is 1 year and 7 months. It doesn't matter how many people I have in the chat. If I have no one in the chat, I am going to go on the air. I have been going on the air. Since I started, I have been super consistent. I go on when I can go on because I work outside of YouTube. I work full time. I also take care of my wife of 47 years. You see, I have 2 jobs. I work full time and I take care of my wife of 47 years. And I go on the air when I can. I usually go on the air during the dawn morning hours. During the dawn morning hours. That is the only time that I have available. You see, when I go on the air, if there's nobody in the chat, I go on the air. If there's one person on the chat, I go on the air. It doesn't matter because I am not here. I am not here to make money. And I tell everyone, I talk in general, if you are on YouTube to make money, you're the ones that have to worry how many people are in your chats. You are the ones that have to worry about the likes, about the views. But Uncle Edwin has no worries. I have no worries because my intention of being on YouTube is to try to save a life. Is to try to save a life. Because if this persists, if the harassment, the bullying, the slander, the misinformation, someone is going to get hurt. Someone is going to get hurt. Okay, what I was saying, if the harassment, the bullying, the slander, the misinformation that goes on YouTube, if this persists, God forbid, but it is going to happen. It is just a matter of time. Someone is going to get hurt. The purpose of this channel since it started, it is to try to avoid that. It is to try to avoid that. But there are many people that don't want to see that. There are many people that are problematic. There are many people on YouTube that have serious mental issues. And there are many criminal delinquents. There are many criminal delinquents that were in prison, but they are not rehabilitated. You see, they keep on being criminal delinquents. There are many that have gang channels. It is a gang channel. What they do is they stir up trouble, and then their chat members become a hate group. You see, that is a gang channel. That is a gang channel. This individual that made the horrible comments, that is a gang channel. That is a gang channel. I repeat, that is a criminal gang channel where the content creator is a criminal delinquent. That content creator is a criminal delinquent. I tell that content creator, do not complain. Do not complain when your channel will be struck down and you are going to end up in criminal court. That is the way it is, and you're going to end up in prison again. You're going to end up in prison again. YouTube, it is time. It is time for people to take YouTube serious. This is not a joke. You cannot come on a channel and harass people, bully people, slander people, and give misinformation, and try to destroy a person's reputation with lies. I am 69 years old. God has blessed me with excellent health, mental and physical. I work full time and I take care of my dear wife of 47 years. If I had dementia, I would not be on YouTube. A person that has dementia cannot operate StreamYard. A person that has dementia cannot operate StreamYard. That is crazy. You see, I give thanks to God. I have perfect health, mental and physical. Yes, I repeat things a million times. Why? Because I am a nagging father and grandfather. That is why. And that is part of my personality since I was a kid. And I am here on YouTube to do good. And let me repeat it. I am not here for likes, for subs, or for views. It doesn't matter how many people I have in the chat. I go on the air every time. Listen to me carefully. Since I've been on YouTube active with my channel, I average over 60 lives a month. I average over 60 lives a month. And I always go on in the dawn hours, because that is the only time that I have available, because I work, you see? But I am not here on YouTube. I am not here on YouTube to make any money. I do not, this channel, and to be clear, this channel is monetized. This channel is monetized, but you will never see a Cash App. You will never see a Cash App. You will never see the $sign. That way people can send super chats and super stickers. That I turned that off. That is turned off. That will never be turned on. Never. Because I am not here to make no money. I do not need, thank God, I do not need any. I am sorry, my English and Spanish. I do not need no money whatsoever. I give thanks to God. I am economically solid. I am economically solid thanks to God. I am monetized by God and the Virgin Mary. I am talking in metaphor. Let me repeat it again. I am monetized. Uncle Edwin is monetized by the Lord thy God and by the Virgin Mary. This is a religious channel. This is to try to do good. And also, I have never claimed, I am not making believe that I am a priest. I am not a priest. I am a regular person. I have never claimed to be a priest. Never. I am Edwin Jimenez, a person that has faith in God. Okay, everyone, I am back. Please forgive me. My internet is going up and down, but I am here. Let me check the chat for a second. I want everyone to be clear about Uncle Edwin. I am here to try to do some good. I am here to try to save a life. If these individuals on YouTube do not change, they're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. May God forbid. YouTube is not a joke. You cannot go on YouTube and insult people and degrade them and say lies. You cannot go on YouTube to say lies about a person. It is illegal. It is harassment. It is internet harassment. And you are responsible for it in criminal court. You see, the problem is that no one has went through the full process, but I will take you to the full process. You see, I did not come on YouTube I am not here to fool around. I am trying to save a life. I hope everyone understands the purpose of Uncle Edwin on YouTube. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, hold on, everyone. Let me welcome my dear. I am sorry. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Please forgive me. Okay, hold on, everyone. Let me organize myself. Okay. Let me welcome Miss Stacy. Miss Stacy, God bless you. Let me welcome my dear friend for 3 years. For 3 years since I've been on YouTube. Miss Tony the Night Owl. Miss Tony the Night Owl. Miss Tony, God bless you and welcome. And it is an honor to have you in the chat. It is an honor to have you in the chat. My dear friend Tony the Night Owl, for 3 years. Miss Tony has been my dear friend for 3 years. So God bless you. God bless you, Miss Tony. And I give you a big hug. I give you a big hug. Let me welcome Bambi. Bambi Palermo. Like my YouTube daughter. Like my YouTube daughter. Bambi, God bless you. God bless you, Bambi, and a big hug. Hold on, everyone. Okay, hold on. Let me check the chat. Miss Stacy. Miss Stacy, God bless you. And a big hug. Just Beetle. God bless you. And a big hug. Wait, I got everyone. I got everyone. I hope I am clear. I hope everyone understands Uncle Edwin. You see, they are people that just want to look for trouble. And let me repeat this, and I want everything to be clear. I am talking in general. I am talking in general. Many can fool me a day, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe even 3 years. But as soon as Almighty God reveals to me the person that you really are, and that you are an evil person, you are blocked, expelled, unfriend. I do not hang out with demons. I do not hang out with demons. I try to hang out with good people. All my life I have walked straight. I have no criminal record whatsoever. I have never been in prison. I have never taken drugs of any kind. Never. I have never smoked a joint. I have lived a life. I have lived a straight life. My life, my entire life is my job and my family. That is my life. I go to work and I come back home. I go to work and I come back home and I support my family. That is the life. You will not see me in bars. You will not see me hanging out with friends. I hang out with my wife. I hang out with my wife, with my son, my grandson, my granddaughter. I do not hang out. I do not hang out in bars with so-called friends. I do not do that. Men that do that do not have nothing in life. If you hang out in bars, you will never have nothing in your life. Let me repeat that again. And this is to all the men. I'm talking in general. If you like to hang out in bars, you will never have nothing in life. All the money that you spend in bars, if you save it in the bank, you can buy a home, you can buy a car, you can support your family. There are many men that like to hang out in bars. Men that hang out in bars, they die broke. They die broke, or they die alcoholics. If you are married, if you have a girlfriend, hang out with your girlfriend or with your wife. That is the best. That is the best. I hope I am clear. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw down the link. Miss Bambi, Miss Tony, all the tonight. I am sorry. This morning I have all the ladies in the chat. All the ladies in the chat are welcome to press the link. You come on the panel and you give your opinion. Do not mention names of anyone. We are not here to mention names of anyone. Here we do not mention names of no one. We are trying to save their life. That is what this channel is all about. Before I put the link, I want to clarify something. First, thank God I do not have dementia. I do not have no type of dementia, thanks to God. If I would have dementia, I would be retired and I would not be on YouTube. Thanks to God and to the Virgin Mary, I have perfect health. I work 5, 6, 7 days a week. And I take care of my wife. So I give thanks to God that God has blessed me with good health. And also, if I would have dementia, I would be fired from my job. I would be relieved of my duties. And also, I would not be on YouTube. Okay, second point. And I want to make this clear. This channel is to try to save a life. It doesn't matter how many people I have in the chat. It doesn't matter the likes. It doesn't matter the subs or the views. I go on every single day with the blessing of God. And also, I am not here to make any money. I do not accept money. I do not accept donations of no kind. So I want to clarify that. And I have proved that the 3 years that I have been on YouTube. When was the last time that you heard Uncle Edwin ask for money? Never. On the contrary, I donate to different people on YouTube. Why? Because I like them. Period. Another point that I want to clarify. Miss Angel Gaddis, hold on everyone, let me get my English and Spanish. Okay, Miss Angel Gaddis Patreon, Miss Angel Gaddis Patreon channel is active. It is not canceled. It is active. Miss Angel is taking a break from Patreon. Why? Because of her time. She is a full-time grandmother. She is taking care of her granddaughter. That is 24/7. That is 24/7. That is the reason. That is the main reason Miss Angel Gaddy's time is limited. It is very limited. She is a full-time grandmother taking care of her grandchild. And that takes a lot of energy and it takes time. You see, that is how come her Patreon channel, it is active. It is active, but it's not in use. But the Patreon channel, it is active. It is not canceled. It is not canceled. You see how people are, they invent, people talk without having the right information. Let me repeat it again. Miss Angel Gaddy's Patreon channel. It is active. It is active. She can do her lives there whenever she wants. But she has decided to take a break. The time, it is the time. She is a full-time mother. She is a full-time mother. And she also has decided to activate memberships on her YouTube channel. She has the right to do that. Those that want to be members, If you want to be a member, you are welcome to join Miss Angel's channel and become a member. And become a member. And let me say this: you can be on YouTube, you can be anywhere. Always, there are always going to be trolls. They are always going to be trolls. But it is up to the content creator to block them, period. This channel, as soon as a criminal troll comes in, they're blocked. Here, no troll is effective. Where the troll is effective is where the content creator permits it. I want everyone to be clear. If you have a channel, if you have an activated channel, and you put respect, as soon as you see a criminal troll, you block them. You're not going to have no problem. The content creators that have problems with the trolls is because they permit it. You see, as soon as I see a troll, they're blocked. I do not give them platform. I do not even mention them. And I don't give them the link. They are many channels. That they will give a link to a troll. And the troll goes on the panel to create havoc. But that is the fault of the content creator. You see what I mean? I hope everyone is clear. What I am saying, it is clear as water. So I want to clarify that. Let me repeat it again. Miss Angel Gotti's Patreon channel is active. She just has decided to take a break, and she has the right to take a break. She has the right to take a break. That is all. But her channel is active. That channel is not canceled. So I want to clarify that. And I also want to clarify this. I have never met Miss Angel personally. Never. I have never met Emma Reed personally. Never. But they are dear to my heart. Like if they were family. Like if they were family. Let me repeat it again. I have never met Miss Angel personally. I have never met Emma Reed personally. But they are like my family. They are like my family. With the utmost respect. With the utmost respect. I see Miss Angel like a little sister. Like a little sister. All the women that are on YouTube, I see them like little sisters, like daughters, and like granddaughters. It is always with respect. I do not fool around. I am a married man, 47 years. I am a married man, 47 years. I did not come on YouTube to goof around with women, to flirt with women. I am not here for that. And I am not interested in that. I am a married man of 47 years. I am a grandfather. I have a granddaughter of 16 years old. All the women on YouTube, I see them like sisters, like a few of them, I see them like daughters, but it's with respect. It is always with respect. It is with the utmost respect. You see how evil people are? They twist. What they do is they plant hatred. But I am here to extinguish that. So I hope I am clear. I am going to post the link. Bambi, you are welcome. Miss Tony, you better press the link. I want your opinions on the topic that I brought up. Do not mention names, please. Do not mention names of no one. You talk in general. Do not mention no one's name in the chat. This channel has real ethics. You see, I am not mentioning the name. I am not mentioning the name of the criminal delinquent. You see? Why? Because I have ethics. I have ethics. I live by rules. Them are street rules. You see, a lot of people, they claim that they are street knowledge. They have no street knowledge. Okay, everyone, I'm going to put the link. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone, listen to me carefully. Those that press the link, read, follow the instructions. Make sure is make sure it is the same name that you have in the chat. In other words, if your name is Tony the Night Owl, being that it's long, it should say Tony. If it is Bambi, it should say Bambi. But keep the same name in the chat. Okay, let us see who presses the link. Miss Tony, you are welcome. You are welcome to press the link. You don't have to show your face. No one has to show their face. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your opinions on the topic. Don't complain. That is the topic. Don't complain. If you harass a person, don't complain. Don't complain if they strike your channel. Don't complain if you're summoned to a court of law. That is the topic. That is the topic. If you dedicate yourself to total harassment, don't complain if they strike your channel. You look for it. You created that. Hold on, everyone. Okay, we have. Hold on, everyone. Okay, hopefully it is Miss Tony. Hold on, Miss Tony. Go ahead, Miss Tony. Welcome. Miss Tony the Night Owl. Welcome.
Hello, Edwin. Hello, everyone in chat.
God bless you. God bless you, Miss Tony. How are you? Miss Tony, check your mic. I think your mic is muted. Miss Tony the Night Owl. Go ahead, Miss Tony. Okay, I think she's muted.
Okay,
Miss
thanks.
Tony, check your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Miss Tony, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Edwin. Can you hear me?
Okay, Miss Tony, can you speak louder? Because I cannot hardly hear you. Go ahead, Miss Tony.
How's this? Can you hear me now?
It is very low. I can hardly hear you. Go ahead, Miss Tony. Go ahead. Miss Tony, check your volume. Check your volume.
Yeah, I'm checking it now.
Okay, okay. I hear you now clearly. So how are you? God bless you. Miss
We
Tony, I
have
was
one.
hearing you perfectly. Go ahead,
We
Miss
have
Tony.
we have one heck of a reverb going on here.
I am sorry.
I know why. Now wait a minute. I forgot to turn off the sound on the channel.
I see.
Sorry
Miss
about
Tony,
that.
Miss Tony, I hear you perfectly.
Oh, wonderful.
So, Miss Tony, what is your opinion on the topic that I brought up?
Well, you know, Edwin, I haven't really been watching anything in a long time. So I really don't know what's going on as far as I just don't listen to it anymore. I think it's too toxic.
Okay, okay, okay. No, but do you understand? Do you understand the purpose of this channel?
And I think it's wonderful.
Okay, okay. Miss Tony, what is your opinion? Let us change the subject. On Monday, Donald Trump will be sworn in. Give us your opinion on what you as an American, what do you expect of our new president?
Well, I want him to keep terrorists out of my country.
Okay,
I want him
That
to
is a good one. That is a good one.
keep them out of theirs.
I see, Miss Tony. Without revealing anything, I don't want you to reveal nothing. What is the main what would be the main what would be the main problem of your state that you would like Trump to intervene?
Just think on the whole, inflation is crazy. You go to the
Uh,
grocery store, in fact, I just ran into somebody in the grocery store. I was kind of cursing a little bit when I was looking at the prices under my breath, like, oh my, are they kidding? And this woman started laughing and she says, I just said that to my husband. He hadn't been in the grocery store for a while. And she said, have you seen the prices? I mean, something's got to be done here.
I,
People are having a hard time making
you,
ends meet.
Miss Tony, you are correct. Check this out, Miss Tony. Every time I go to the supermarket every day, every single day, when I go to the supermarket, I feel like I am in a jewelry store. Do you understand? With jewelry store prices.
Uh-huh. Oh gosh, yes. Things go up
Check
a
this out.
dollar,
Uh,
in 2 weeks. It,
how
it's
much?
it's
How much, Miss
crazy.
Tony?
I said I've noticed like on different products, the price will go up a dollar like within a week or two. It's
Let me
crazy.
right. Let me tell you, Miss Tony. You cannot. There is not one item that you can buy for $1. Everything is like from $5 to $7 minimum.
Oh yes, definitely. What I used to
My
pay $4 or $5 for is now $18. And it
right,
wasn't long ago that I was paying that $4 or $5.
right. Miss Tony, an average. How much are you spending monthly on your groceries? If you can tell us.
Well, you see, I cook for my family a lot. So, but I would say probably on the average of maybe 300, 350.
I
uh,
see. I see.
every bit that. Now, if
Miss
I was
Tony,
just buying for myself, probably a little bit less. because
I see.
my husband passed, so it's only me. But like I said, I'm always cooking for my family. I always have a freezer full of stuff when my children visit, when my grandson comes, when my sister comes. I mean, I
I
just
see. I see.
always make sure I have.
Miss Tony, here in Puerto Rico, it is me, my wife, my granddaughter, my grandson, my son, his wife. We're spending $1,400 a month on the groceries. You see, here in Puerto Rico, the food prices are more expensive than in the States. So
Okay,
here everything is more expensive.
but what about now? Do you have heating bills?
No, no. Here you do not need heating. What you
Okay,
need
that's what I
is
thought.
right. But here in Puerto Rico, what you need is air conditioning 24/7. That you
And
that
it's
you
the
have to
same
have
thing.
air
Right,
conditioning.
same thing.
Here in Puerto Rico, I pay over $400 a month on electricity. How about you, Tony? Uh,
Uh,
what
I
what is the
about a
average of
hundred for
electric?
me. About 100.
I see, I see.
But then I have oil heat and I have propane fireplaces, so I have other sources, you know, of it's not like I just have electric heat because I don't.
I see.
Yeah. And
Uh,
oil is expensive.
I see. Miss Tony, let us see. Bambi, if you can, press the link if you can. The link is in the chat, Bambi. Just scroll backwards. Okay, Miss Tony, what other topic? Uh, Miss Tony, I'm going to ask you this. Let us say, let us say you were going to, let us say that you are going to do a live. What topic would you bring up, Miss Tony?
On what subject?
Right.
I'm sorry, did you say you bring to a rise, did you say?
No, 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 no. I am sorry. I expressed myself incorrectly. Let
I
us
don't hear
say,
too well.
let us say, let us say, let us say, let us say that you are going to do a live on your channel. An example. What
Oh,
topic
okay.
would you bring up?
Oh, I'm interested in a lot of things. I'm interested in cooking, baking. I like stuff about the paranormal and like, strange things that happen to people. And now, of course, with all that drone business that we had here in the United States, don't know if you had it. Um, there's just been a lot of, I don't know if it's misdirection. I don't know if it's coming to the point where they're going to tell us there'll finally be disclosure about, people who are not from here. I don't know
Okay.
because I don't know if they're from here or not. They might have
Okay.
always been here.
Okay.
Aliens,
So, okay. I got it. I got it. So you are interested. You are interested in what happened with the drones and the aliens. And if, in your opinion, Miss Tony, do you believe that they are other people from other planets?
Oh, I would think we don't even understand the size of the universe, much less our own galaxy. So I find it very hard to believe that we're the only ones.
I see.
It never says in the Bible that we're the only ones.
I see. Miss Tony, can you see the chat?
Can I see what?
Okay. Can you see the chat? Can you read the chat?
Oh, I'd have to go back onto the other one. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay, now I see it.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you read what Bambi has written?
Sure. Okay. Bambi said, I would put my ABI has been acting up and shaking really bad and having speech issues, or I would. That's why she's not coming on the chat.
Oh, I see.
That's why she's not coming on StreamYard.
I see.
She
So,
said she got up
Bambi,
yesterday and hit her head on the floor, and she's been in a heck of a shape for the past few days.
I see. So, blessings of good health, blessings of good health, and I hope Bambi gets better. Bambi is very dear to my heart. May God bless you, Bambi. May God bless you. So Miss Tony, them topics that you just brought up, they are very interesting. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about the paranormal in your opinion?
Sometimes I wonder if what people are seeing with the paranormal is more of a dimension bump. In other words, is it when you bump dimensions, when one dimension and I got a story. When my niece was 8 years old, she was at her cousin's house playing, and it was a stormy, gloomy afternoon, and they decided to play hide and seek. So she was going to go hide upstairs, like in the upstairs bathroom. And she started going up the steps while her little cousin was doing, the counting till you hid, And she sees a form of a woman in a black dress, no feet. Okay. And she sees it cross over like the hallway part that she's looking at. And then you hang a right, and that's where the bedrooms are. But the bathroom is like right at the top of the steps. She froze. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. And she went downstairs. She backed down the steps. I'm sorry. So she sees this form walk past, do like an 8-foot walk, make a right, and then went into the first bedroom on the long part of the hallway. She didn't know what to make of it. She was scared. So she goes and she says to my sister-in-law, who is my nephew's mom, she says, I'm not feeling good. Would you call my mom, please? So goes over and picks her up and says, what's wrong? You're not feeling good? And then she started to tell her mother what she saw. Now, this kid, she's 35 years old now, but she's a very honest person. She is brutally honest. And she's always been that way. Even if she was in trouble, she would never lie. She would tell you, So when she told this stuff to her mom, she knew she wasn't making it up. She says, when you get home, call your Aunt Tony. She knows about this kind of stuff. So we discussed it, she did call me, and I kind of I says, well, when weather conditions are right, I said, and these things can happen. Now, who she saw, the form that she saw, she had never met the woman. This was her cousin's great grandmother, who lived to be like 98. But she had never met her. She was dead before, she was old enough to remember people and stuff like that. But there was a picture of her. Now, there wasn't a picture of her downstairs, so she never really even knew about her, but there was a picture of her in that bedroom. And when she saw the picture, they brought the picture down to show her, like the next time that she came. And she says, yeah, that was her. and it was the great grandmother. And I said, how many times did that woman cross that hallway and go? And that was the woman's bedroom. That was like her bedroom when she was alive. So I said, it was, I says, try to explain that to an 8-year-old. It was, so she wouldn't be afraid. And I said, it is just like a replay, like a recording in time. I said, and every now and again, when weather conditions are right, it's just like a replay of something that happened a lot of times, and you just happened to see it. Now, why could she see it? Maybe somebody else wouldn't. No idea. But she might be sensitive. So, I mean, and she does pick up on people easily. So that might have something to do with it. But,
I see.
I mean, I
Miss
think
to-
we've all had a weird experience that we
uh,
couldn't
Miss Tony,
quite explain.
Miss Tony, in your lifetime, have you seen entities like spirits?
Um, not anything, not anything that I guess couldn't be explained. Yes, I have
I
seen
see.
what I consider to be shadow people. Now that can be an optical illusion. I have to tell you this one. We're talking, well, how old was I? 19? So we're talking 19, no, it was 1970. I was 17. And a guy I was seeing lived out in the country. And he came in, we went to a movie, and then, kind of went for a drive. And he says, we can stop here, listen to music or whatever. I knew what the whatever was. He wanted to make out. So I said, oh, okay. So we were in like a road that leads into the farmers' fields. Now, the crops were all down. So you couldn't really see, because it was dark, and its country darkness is a little bit different. Plus, it was a cloudy night. Not the moon or the stars were showing. And anyhow, so we go down this service road, and he was allowed to be there because if the farmer would have, there's signs up all over the place about trespassing. So we're sitting there, and he's trying to find something on the radio. I'm sitting with my back against the passenger door, with my legs crossed, and I'm kind of looking out like over his head, on the driver's window. Why, I'm not sure. And I see what looks like two men. They had hats on, and it looked like they had rifles. Well, I didn't know whether to, I thought, I thought, what? Then I saw that they saw me, and they went behind the car. I lost it. I said, oh my God, there's two guys with guns. They're behind the car. My date laughed at me. He said, what are you talking about? And then, by the panic in my voice, I says, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. I says, and I fully expected when he turned the lights on, I had fully expected to see two guys hunched down in the taillights. I thought I saw them. And I didn't see eyes, I didn't see noses or anything like that, but I saw heads, shoulders, and of course there was nothing there. So he drove like a maniac for, to the end of the service road. And he says, what the hell was that all about? I said, didn't you see them? He said, see what? I said, oh, I says, I don't know. Maybe it was an optical illusion because it's so dark out there. I says, but it's not like I was scared. There was no reason for me to. I thought, oh my God. Now, there is something called coon hunting. And that is when hunters will go out at night, but they always have a coon dog with them. I mean, in other words, it's illegal. I guess it's legal, but you can only go where you're allowed to go. And there's so many no hunting signs around there because the houses are far apart. But yes, there's, it's a rural area. So, if they have those signs up, you're supposed to obey them. And he's saying, you can't hunt here. I says, I didn't, I says, it's not like I saw them coming, even though the field was leveled. All at once they were there. And I saw, I don't know, to this day, I don't know if that was an optical illusion or not, and I'd like to think it was. But then I do know that, sometimes you will see like a recording of something that happened in the past. Another example, I don't know if I ever told you, I live in an 1886 Victorian house. And this used to be a convent from the 1920s to the 1960s. We're only the fourth. I keep saying we're only the fourth owners. The man who built it lived here for 40 years. The nuns were here for 40 years. And the people we bought it from were here 40 years. Now, we've only been here, we've been here, we bought it in 2000, but we didn't even move in till 2003. It needed so much work. But anyhow, it was the first year we moved in here, and I don't know if it was just me, because when you move and you're putting stuff in new places, I kept losing things left and right. I couldn't find stuff, and then I'd find it in the oddest places. And hell, I was only 50 then. I mean, I wasn't, going senile. And I'm thinking, what the hell? So my husband was working graveyard, and when he worked graveyard, it was from 8 at night till 8 in the morning. So I'm here by myself, no big deal, but I was pretty tired. When you move in, there's just always so much to do. And sit in the living room, and I mean, granted, I was relaxing a little bit, and I had the TV on, and in the foyer, in the front of the house, the nuns used to give piano lessons. So we call that the music room, because the people who were here before us called it the music room. And one of my neighbors used to take lessons when she was a little girl from the nuns who lived here. So anyhow, I'm getting pretty relaxed, and I could have sworn I saw a nun in full habit. Now, in the olden days, I don't know if you probably remember it. All you saw was their face and hands.
Right.
Everything was covered. And
The sisters back then when I was a kid, they were all in black. Uh,
black.
the nuns in Saint Athanasius, they wore a bonnet, a bonnet. If I am not mistaken, they belonged to the sisters of Sister Rita, of Saint Rita.
Huh.
The
Hey,
sisters of,
Charles.
go ahead,
David.
go ahead, Miss Tony.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying hello to Joe and David.
Okay,
Long time no see.
okay, Miss
Go
Tony,
ahead.
Miss Tony, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you greet everyone that is in the chat, please?
Well, so far I just see Bambi, David James, and Joe Della Mura.
Okay, okay.
That's who I'm seeing as that. But there's 9 watching.
Right,
They're
right.
just
That is correct. That is correct.
not everybody's typing.
Right. May God bless everyone that is outside of the chat. Miss Tony, according to the knowledge, according to the spiritual knowledge that I have, every time, every time you see a spirit or or an entity, the knowledge that I have is that they're looking for prayer. They need prayer. Once you pray for them, once you pray for them, the spirit elevates uh, the the power of prayer. They elevate themselves. That is what I was. That is what I have been taught. That every time we see a spirit, because spirits exist, they are looking for prayer. What is your opinion on that?
Uh, Sometimes, well, when it happens, in other words, like what happened to me when I saw her, I saw the nun cross from the music room to the bottom of the main hallway and started going up the steps. She put her hand on the banister and disappeared, and just like faded out. Or I jumped up out of that chair. I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I says, I must have been dreaming. Because now I know this used to be a convent,
I
so I
see.
thought maybe I was just tired. Maybe I had a vivid dream, And Beetle is here too, by the way, just Beetle. Um,
Okay.
but I just chalked that up to just being tired. Now, do I think spirits contact people? I think angels do. I don't know if spirits do, but in other words, angels are messengers. So, and they can take on any form, So, yeah, I think they're more like angel messengers, not particularly spirits that are hanging around here on earth or caught in between, how people say that. eh I just don't know about that.
I see.
Go ahead,
Miss
I'm
Tony,
sorry.
Miss Tony, how long have you been living in that house?
We bought it in 2000 and moved in 2003 because
Uh,
so much work had to be done on it.
I see. It is an old style Victorian. It is a one floor or two floor?
Oh no, it's 3 floors, and I even have a dungeon.
Oh, I see. I see. When I, Miss Tony, when I was a kid,
No, it
when
used
I
to be
was a
the
kid,
full room.
In the Bronx, when I was a little kid, there were many. They don't exist anymore. They were a lot of Victorian homes, like they all look like haunted, but they were many of them, especially on Prospect Avenue. On Prospect Avenue in the Bronx, there was a line of them, but they don't exist anymore. They all got burned down in the early '70s. I remember on Prospect Avenue, there was a complete block of beautiful old Victorian homes in the Bronx when I was a kid.
We have our share of them here. I mean, not as much as what used to be, but because a lot of times it just but we have some gorgeous over 100-year-old. This is 137 years old.
Okay,
I have
the home where you live is over 100 years old.
137 years old. Yes.
Wow. The maintenance must be very expensive, correct?
When we did not restore, we renovated. You know, I wanted a big kitchen. He wanted a pool room. The upstairs is pretty much the same as it always was, except we put a new bathroom in because because nuns lived here, there used to be 2 toilets, you know, like separated. We had steps that went from the kitchen, back steps like went to the kitchen, and then you ended up in the hallway upstairs, you know, because they always had 2 sets of steps, a main staircase and a back staircase. That's just the way they did things back then.
I see. I see.
You know, and it was, you know, I mean, it's not a big deal. There's nothing fancy about it. I just love it because it's old. But like I said, when we renovated, we used modern materials on the outside. Like this place is sided. You know, I'm not going to be painting asbestos shingles. No, I'm not doing that. And we kept everything that we could. I have all the original lighting fixtures, ceiling fixtures, which is really nice. And then I have a ton of, not a ton, I have like fans, you know, ceiling fans, you know, where we put in our own lighting. But it was wonderful to be able to keep the original stuff that was probably put in the late 20s, you know, after they stopped using coal oil lamps and they started using electricity. So, you know, I'm so glad that the lamps were in good shape and we could save them.
I see.
Yeah, it's just a great, you know, it's a pretty neat house. But I
Mi-
have a huge kitchen and like I said, I still kept, you know, didn't get rid of the pool table. And there's the living room. And then we enclosed. I used to remember seeing the nuns sitting out on the swing on the porch when I used to walk to school. I
I
remember
see.
seeing nuns sitting out on, well, see, we enclosed all that. That's like a 9-month room, a 3-season room. It's little, I used to be able to be out there in the winter. It's just too cold, even with a fireplace and a heater, you know, I'm just too old for that. But
I see.
I love it. I spend 9 months out of the year out and I see wildlife. We have birds and rabbits and skunks and
I see. Miss
cats
Tony.
and even a
Miss
deer
Tony.
now and again.
Miss Tony. Being that you mentioned the oil lamps in
Uh-huh.
the Bronx building where I was born, we had oil lamps also, but but they were disconnected due due to the installation of electricity. But the building where I was born and raised, it was all gas lamps. I'm sorry, oil lamps. It had oil lamps also.
Yeah, gas and oil lamps. Yeah, definitely.
Right, right.
Hello, Mickey. Mickey Griggs is in.
Okay, Mickey Criggs, God bless you. Miss Tony, it is going to be 4 in the morning here in Puerto Rico. I have I have to close the telecast, but I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you for coming up to the panel and sharing. You are a very interesting person. Maybe one day, maybe one day with time, uh, you pick the topic. You pick the topic, and we can talk about any topic that you want. Okay?
Sounds like a plan to me, hon. And I appreciate you having me on. It was nice to see people I haven't seen for quite a while in the chat. And you get a good night's sleep, hon. And I'm
Okay.
going to
And
probably hit my chair in the living room.
Miss Tony, never forget. This is your channel. This is your channel also. Okay?
Oh, that is just too sweet of you. I appreciate that. And it is.
Okay?
It's a nice. It'll be nice to have some discussions instead of people fighting with each other.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay. Good
So
night, Edwin.
Okay, Tony.
I'll,
God bless you.
I'll get out
God
of
bless
here
you
and
and have a great
everybody.
Sunday, okay?
You too, hon. Take care.
Okay. Okay, Tony. I want to thank Miss Tony the Night Owl. Miss Tony the Night Owl is my friend for 3 years here on YouTube. I first met her in Miss Angel's chat, 3 years ago. And we have been good friends always. So I want to thank Miss Tony the Night Owl. And I hope she comes back. I hope she comes back and always shares with Uncle Edwin. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone in the chat family. May God bless you all. Today is Sunday. Have a great Sunday. May God bless you all and be safe, everyone. And everyone, have a great Sunday and be safe. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. And to end this telecast, I want to end this telecast with these words. This is for the individual and for all the individuals that dedicate themselves to harassment on YouTube. Don't complain. Don't complain when your channels are struck down. Don't complain, and don't complain when you end up in criminal court. And it is time. It is time to take YouTube seriously. If not, someone is going to get hurt. Someone is going to get hurt. And that is reality. You cannot abuse people. You cannot you cannot use your channel. You cannot use your channel to say lies and to try to damage the reputation of decent people. That is the way it is. So don't complain. Don't complain when your channel goes down. Don't complain. Don't complain when you are summoned to criminal court. That is my Sunday message. So God bless everyone. Again, I want to thank everyone for being in the chat family, and especially Miss Tony the Night Owl. Okay, everyone. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you all soon. I will see you all soon.